All right, folks, how's it going? Brian Blessing, getting ready for the Belmont, but specifically the undercard of Belmont Stakes Day. It's going to be a great day of racing, and there are real defined opportunities for you. Yes, you know, I'll use the same goofy line I used in the Belmont video, try to justify doing this from Big Sandy. Normally we're with you in sports books in Las Vegas, but the Belmont's a great opportunity to not only enjoy history possibly being made with Justified, but to try to make money. And specifically, I think there is money to be made on the undercard. So let's go through some of the key races where there are some opportunities for you. We'll start with race 4 in Belmont and how one race can maybe play into the other. This is the Grade 1 Acorn. Now, this is a $700,000 race. This is a big deal for the connections and for this particular thoroughbred. Caledonia Road, the number 5 at 3-1. I hate to be chalky here. We're going to have a couple of chalky plays for you. But this is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies champ. Mike Smith is aboard. Now, not only do I believe Caledonia Road is the horse or the filly to beat in the Acorn, but it is a huge opportunity for Mike Smith. And you'll look for this throughout the card. Find a jockey trainer. Maybe they get hot on some of these races that they're entered in underneath. But for Mike Smith, it gives him a race to get out there and get a feel for the track, which is a big deal for him for later in the day when Justify goes to the post in the Belmont. But in race 4, I think Mike Smith on the number 5, Caledonia Road, 3-1, certainly worth a long, hard look. Go to race 5, and again, chalky here. The Brooklyn Invitational, the number 9 is War Story at 2-1. A benefit here has raced over the track, and it was successful, 1-for-1 at Belmont. Castellano, great riders aboard for Jorge Navarro, and this horse has been working like a top at Monmouth. Really solid works. The number 9 War Story looks pretty salty in race 5. Now, the number 7 in race 6 is Blind Ambition, and this is the Jiper. It's a 6-furlong turf dash. Anything on a Triple Crown day, but especially in New York, you've got to look for, you know it's coming, the John Velazquez-Todd Fletcher combination, and they saddle up with Blind Ambition here. A strong 7-furlong win, and what I like about this is the turn back in distance, a panel here, one off the shelf, sits just off the pace, has a perfect running style for this race, and could be sitting on an even more improved effort here. I look for at 5-1, a really nice price here on a Fletcher Velazquez runner. That's the 7 Blind Ambition in race 6, the Jiper. Race 7 is the Woody Stevens. Now, this is a 7-furlong event, and here's the price play I'll throw at you. Now, this horse could run last, but it could run first, and that is the number 9 Promises Fulfilled with Luis Saez aboard for trainer Dale Romans. And why I'll look at Promises Fulfilled, he comes out of the Derby. And you will see this throughout the course of the year. You know, there are so many horses that just run in the Derby for the sake of saying they ran in the Derby. But when 20 horses run, they're going to show up somewhere else down the road. And it's really amazing that horses that come out of the Derby, even if the race looked terrible in the Derby, that they'll fire big shots. And you'll probably get 5, 6, 7 of them that will win in their next race out of the Derby. Now, Promises Fulfilled, you're going to get every bit of 12-1 because the last 2 races have been an absolute atrocity. But if this one fires, his preferred shot is capable of running big on or near the lead, and I think the price is right to take a shot with Promises Fulfilled, who could fulfill your bankroll on Belmont Undercard Day. And then we'll give you one more, and this is race 8. It's the Longines Just a Game. 1 mile on the turf, and I'll look at this and say that there are opportunities that will happen throughout the course of the year with a horse just like this, and that is the number 7, A Raving Beauty, who's 5-2. Chad Brown, phenomenal trainer, especially on the turf, with Arad Ortiz, New York-based rider aboard. This one won the Grade 3 Beaugay in his first start in North America, so it's the second race here in North America, and the race was at Belmont. But so many times, and I'll say this to you, be it California, be it New York, wherever it may be, when you see European horses competing on the turf in North America for the first time, the bottom line is they just fire, and people usually thumb their nose and ignore these horses. Last time, we had this runner, A Raving Beauty, win big at odds of just under 3-1, and you're getting basically the same price here, and I think an even better race could be coming from the number 7, A Raving Beauty, race 8 on the undercard at the Belmont. The Belmont Stakes is the big deal, but there's money to be made on the undercard, and not only at Belmont, but think of some of the other tracks where the best jockeys have vacated the premises to go to compete on the undercard at the Belmont. It's the Belmont's the big thing, but there are going to be money-making opportunities for you all around the country on undercards. Brian Blessing, always glad to be with you at Bang the Book. Follow me on Twitter at Bang the Book. Listen to the Sports Betting Podcast with our good friend, Adam Burke. Glad to be with you right here at bangthebook.com.